If something's still on my mind, I feel like there's a lot of colors that would go through my head as well. Still on my mind is the newest album released by Dido. I can't say I have the most profound experience listening to a lot of the music that she has brought, but I do have a couple of good memories listening to a few songs that I did enjoy. So when this album came around, I'm like, yeah, that one. I think I'll review that one, or at least listen to it and see what I think of it. And to my surprise, and at the same time not, this is what I would call subtle pop. Just calm, nothing really waving super high. It does take a couple of moments to be able to, bump up a little bit and be able to catch a little bit more tempo or a couple more interesting ways to captivate her audience. But overall, that is something that I find pretty refreshing. And again, not really in the most profound way, just kind of refreshing versus some of the big beats that we're so getting way too used to these days. A few examples would just be the first few songs, like the song Hurricanes is the very beginning. That one will definitely get you into what I'm kind of talking about. Or another song where the beat is pretty consistent, but you still feel like you're gravitating toward it, is called Take You Home. A little bit later in the album, you start realizing that the tempo starts to gradually increase a little bit for a few of the other songs that are near the end. The song Friends kind of end up one of those more catchier ones that is on here for the subtle pop that I mentioned before. And right after that, the song Chances. A lot lighter, kind of just feels like you're being lifted up into the sky. And boy, oh boy, does it feel ever great up there. There's not much of a need to overstate anything in this album. It's just going to be a different experience. Those who are fans of hers know exactly kind of what her vibe goes for. And for those of you who maybe have heard of her before and are looking for something that maybe will kind of switch a few gears up, maybe get you listening to something else and you'll kind of just want to have a different kind of experience. Yes, I urge you to listen to this album. There's not a lot on here that I find overly needing to praise, but it's enjoyable and I am perfectly okay with just that statement. So after having listened and reviewed this album with production of 96%, creativity 88%, expression and lyrics, 88%. I'm going to give this album a good. Thank you, Dido. I appreciate this album. I actually think I will listen to a couple more things that you have put out before because I'm sure that a lot of the songs just kind of have a different way of being approached and being listened to. Because, again, like I said at the very beginning, you kind of have this style or you have this sound that you go for, and yet the songs are equally captivating for the most part in the same sense. Some definitely grab me more than others. Nevertheless, I don't find many of your songs subpar at all. I kind of would like to see this kind of music, and if you're a fan of Dido, and if you know of any songs that maybe are definitely worth listening to aside from the ones that are on this album, I'd love to know that. Let me know in the comments below. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching. And remember, if you want to discover, promote, and review the best in entertainment, remember to subscribe and follow all the social media for this channel so you can get that yes in your life. See you next time.